Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 17, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in his youth. So now we have come to the end of the Adi Leela, almost end of Adi Leela. Already Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has concluded this section with Mahaprabhu's accepting sannyas. And then we saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's position. He is Krishna himself who has descended to engage in 4 types of devotional activities which are based in 4 types of rasas. So there we saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Brajendra Nandan Krishna, Krishna the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai. The same son of Yashoda Mai has now appeared as the son of Sachi Devi. And also we read the same same Nanda Maharaj has now come as Jagannath Mishra. And then why Krishna appeared, we saw that. Krishna appeared to experience the love of Srimati Radharani. Who is Srimati Radharani? She is the topmost gopi. Of all devotees, gopis are the best. Yes, they are the topmost. What is this gopi bhava? Right? What type of pleasure are they deriving? And how much love do they have? And what is it that they are experiencing in Krishna which no one else is able to experience? So to taste all these things, Krishna himself has appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, this Gopi Bhava, it is only possible with Vrajendra Nandan Krishna, not with Lord Narayan or any other form. It's only possible with Vrajendra Nandan Krishna, Krishna of Vrindavan. So there, to substantiate that, we saw how once after Ras Leela or during Ras Leela, Krishna left right in front of gopis. Krishna became stunned when he saw gopis coming, and then he turned to Lord Narayan, but in front of Srimati Radharani he was not even able to maintain his form of Narayan, and his two arms just disappeared. This is the extraordinary, inconceivable power of the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani, that it forces Krishna also to come into his original form. After that, we saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. So then, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Who is Nityanand Prabhu? So there we saw that Nanda Maharaj himself has come as Jagannath Mishra. Yashoda Mai herself has come as Sachimata. And Balaram, the elder brother of Krishna, has himself come as Nityananda Prabhu. Then we saw about Nityananda Prabhu. What types of relationships does Nityananda Prabhu uh, have with Krishna? What are the different rasas? So there we saw Nityananda Prabhu serves Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in three rasas: Dasya, Sakhya, and Vatsalya. Not Madhurya. Madhurya he serves Krishna in the form of Ananga Manjari or Ananga Sundari. But as Nityananda Prabhu, why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always in the mood of a gopi. So Nityananda Prabhu is serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in three rasas: Vatsalya, Sakhya, and uh, Dasya. But Nityananda Prabhu also, he is filled with, he's the one who's distributing love of Godhead. He's flooding the whole world with Krishna Prema, Nityananda Prabhu. So he is serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in these rasas, but he's also giving this love to all the conditioned souls, to all the souls actually. He's the one who's giving. Okay. Uh, and then we saw about Advaitacharya. What are the rasas in which Advaitacharya is serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Two rasas, Sakhya and Dasya. And Advaitacharya, who is Advaitacharya, is Krishna himself. Advaitacharya is Krishna himself. See this one. He appeared as an incarnation of a devotee. He is in the category of Krishna. He came as a devotee, but he is in the category of Krishna. And why he has come? Also to propagate devotional service. And what are his natural emotions? Always in the rasa of fraternity and servitude. That means Sakhya and Dasya. But sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu treats Advaitacharya like his spiritual master. That means he becomes like a das in front of Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya didn't like that, but sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did that. So now, and also we read all the other devotees. So in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates, each of the associate had a particular rasa with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they served Mahaprabhu in that rasa. So prominently we have seen Nityananda Prabhu and Advaitacharya. Here we see all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, headed by Srivas Thakur, have their own emotional humors in which they render service unto him. Now we'll continue from there. This also we read. Yeah, we'll read from here. Pandita Gosai Adi Jar Jai Rasa Sei Rase Prabhu Hoya Tara Vasha. Personal associates like Gadadhar, Swarup Damodar. Swarup Damodar? Lalita Sakhi. Who's Gadadhar? Srimati Radharani. Ramananda Rai. Who's Ramananda Rai? Ramananda Rai is Vishakha Sakhi and also Arjun. So, personal associates like Gadadhar, Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai, And the six Goswamis headed by Rupa Goswami. Who are they? They are all Manjaris. Are all situated in their respective transcendental humors. Humors means rasa, uh, mellow, relationship. So they are all situated in their respective transcendental humors. Thus, the Lord submits to various positions in various transcendental mellows. It's like, let's say, there is uh, one man, let's say Mr. Ravi. Now, for his wife, he serves the role of a husband. For his children, he serves the role of a father. For his brothers, he serves the role of a brother. For his parents, he will serve the role of a son, isn't it? This is understandable in this world. Now, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, according to the rasa of each of his devotees, he will taste the taste of that particular rasa with that particular devotee. So he plays that particular role. So what did we read? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's different associates, they have their particular humor, their particular rasa, their particular relationship or bhava, right? Humor, in which they're situated in that. That's their eternal, because they're all eternal associates of the Lord. And Mahaprabhu also reciprocates with the devotees playing that particular role in a relationship, uh, and he is also tasting that rasa. So personal associates like Gadadhar, Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai and the six Goswamis are all situated in their respective transcendental humors. Thus the Lord submits, right? He agrees. He submits to various positions in various transcendental mellows. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In verses 296 through 301, the emotional devoted service of Sri Nityananda, Sri Advaita Prabhu and others has been fully described. Okay, what are we reading here? The emotional means the bhava, particular bhava. So the emotional devoted service of Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya and all the other devotees has been described fully. Describing such individual service, the Gaura Ganodesha Deepika was written by Kavi Karnapura. The Gaura Ganodesha Deepika 11 to 16, particularly these sections, declares that although Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as a devotee, he is none other than the son of Nanda Maharaj. Similarly, although Sri Nityananda Prabhu appeared as Lord Chaitanya's assistant, he is none other than Baladev, the carrier of the plough. Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Sadashiva from the spiritual world. All the devotees headed by Srivas Thakur are his marginal energy. So pay attention. Who is Advaita Acharya? Vishnu Tattva. Right? Sadashiva in the spiritual world. Who is Baladev? Also Vishnu Tattva. He is the original Sankarshan, Balaram. And of course, uh, yeah, that's all. Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. And what about all the other devotees? They're all marginal energy, that is the Shakti, living entities. But eternal, Nitya Siddha devotees in the spiritual world. All the devotees headed by Srivas Thakur are his marginal energy, whereas the devotees headed by Gadadhar Pandit are manifestations of his internal potency. Internal potency. Srimati Radharani. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu all belong to the Vishnu Tattva category. Because Lord Chaitanya is an ocean of mercy, he is addressed as Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, Adi. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically is addressed as Mahaprabhu, Prabhu or Mahaprabhu. Why? Because he is an ocean of mercy. Because Lord Chaitanya is an ocean of mercy, he is addressed as Mahaprabhu. Whereas Nityananda and Advaita, being two great personalities who assist Lord Chaitanya, are addressed as Prabhu. Thus, there are two Prabhus and one Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar Goswami is a representative of a perfect Brahmana spiritual master. Srivas Thakur represents a perfect Brahmana devotee. These five are known as Sri Panchatattva. Okay? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya are stalwart personalities, great personalities assisting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they are Prabhus and also they are Vishnu Tattva. So they are Prabhus. Gadadhar Pandit is a perfect spiritual master, Brahmana spiritual master. Srivas Thakur is a perfect Brahmana devotee. Together these five are Sri Panchatattva. Next. तिह श्याम वंशी मुख गोप विलासी इह गौर कभु द्विज कभूत संन्यासी. In Krishna Lila, the Lord's complexion is blackish, holding a flute to his mouth. He enjoys as a cowherd boy. Now, the self-same person has appeared with a fair complexion, sometimes acting as a Brahmana and sometimes accepting the renounced order of life. Right? So, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam. Varnam means belonging to the category of Krishna. So that means he is Krishna himself. Krishna Varnam. Tvisha Akrishnam. Tvisha means his complexion is not Krishna's. Because Krishna also means black. Krishna also one of the like Paryayavachi Shabd, right? So one word has different meanings, not exactly Paryayavachi. It is homonyms, right? So one word has different meanings. So Krishna can also mean most all attractive. That's the perfect. Krishna's meaning, perfect meaning is one who is all attractive. But Krishna has other meanings also. So Krishna means dark or blackish. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna because Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Akrishnam. But his complexion is not Krishna. He's not dark. He's not black. He's golden. Like that it is described. So similarly here also we read that who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is the same Krishna who appeared, who performs pastimes in Vrindavan, enjoys as a cowherd boy, playing his flute. But now he doesn't have flute, he doesn't have a blackish complexion, and he doesn't play as a cowherd boy. Now he plays or he behaves as a Brahmana, and his complexion is golden. Sometimes a Brahmana, sometimes a sannyasi. That same Krishna has now come, and he sometimes acts as a Brahmana and sometimes as a sannyasi, and his body is not blackish, it's fair. अतएव आपने प्रभु गोपी भाव धरी Rajendra Nandane Kohe Prananath Kori. Therefore, the Lord Himself, accepting the emotional ecstasy of the gopis, now addresses the son of Nanda Maharaj, O Master of my Lord, O my dear husband. So, first, what did Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explain? The position of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Krishna. He is the same Krishna, just in a different complexion, and now acting as a Brahmana, as a sannyasi. And now, why he has a golden complexion? Because he has accepted this Gopi Bhava. And all the previous verses that we read, we are talking about Gopi Bhava, so many things, right? So he has accepted that Gopi Bhava. He's Krishna himself because of accepting the Bhava of gopis. Now Krishna, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is addressing himself, Krishna. But now he's not seeing himself as the enjoyer, as the master Krishna. Rather, he's seeing himself, he's in the role of a devotee. Which devotee? A gopi. Which gopi? Srimati Radha. So, in that role, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, therefore, the Lord Himself, accepting the emotional ecstasy of the gopis, now addresses the son of Nanda Maharaj. Son of Nanda Maharaj. O master of my life, O my dear husband. Like that. Say Krishna, say Gopi, Parama Virodha, Achintya Charitra Prabhura Ati Sudur Bodha. He is Krishna, yet he has accepted the mood of the gopis. Right? How is it so? It is the inconceivable. That is why all these topics are inconceivable. With our logic, with our tarka, we will not be able to understand. It is achintya, most achintya actually, right? Krishna himself is achintya, but even within that, Krishna's taking the role of a gopi and Krishna himself in separation calling out to himself, most inconceivable. It is the inconceivable character of the Lord which is very difficult to understand. We saw this previously also, that this can only be understood uh, when it is given to us. Those who have it, those who have it, who has this? Srimati Radharani has this. And Krishna has gotten it from her. Then what to speak of everyone else, right? We saw who are all the gopis. The gopis are the reflections of Srimati Radharani. They are just herself in different forms, actually, the gopis. That's why if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't come, nobody would have access to Golok Vrindavan Dham. How nicely it's explained. Just previous to this, the pastime that we read, even in Vaikunta it is not possible. You cannot have this Gopi Bhava will not be nourished in Vaikunta, not even in Dwaraka, only in Vrindavan. You can have this Gopi Bhava, this Madhurya, sweetness of Krishna, only in Vrindavan. In Dwaraka also there is Aishwarya, but sweetness, Madhurya is found only in Vrindavan. So, how anyone can have access to this? When someone who has it, when they give it, that is why we need Raganuga Bhakti in later stages. Raganuga Bhakti means you have to actually follow in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan. Later stages, of course. First, we have to enter into Ananya Bhakti. That's why Srila Prabhupada, you know, is very, very realistic and practical. We hear these pastimes, but at the same time, we should be realistic about where we are, right? Prabhupada says, first of all, you get liberated. First, you get liberated, and then you talk about Radha Krishna Prema. So that's why we never see Srila Prabhupada discussing, even on Radha Ashtami day, he will talk philosophy, basic, because that's where we are at, right? But nevertheless, he has given us Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita to read. So we are reading the words of, through Srila Prabhupada, we are reading through, and then through the words of Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. And all these devotees, followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all residents of the spiritual world. So until and unless someone from Golok Vrindavan Dham, they give it, we don't have access. So Krishna is coming to this world. Krishna comes from time to time. As avatar, he comes from time to time. But whenever he comes, is he giving this prema, Krishna prema, Raja prema? Is he giving Raja bhakti? Only when he comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a gopi. So he's coming as an avatar. Otherwise, why will the residents of Goloka come to this world? What business do they have to come to this world? Of course, uh, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, we have Ishwarapuri and we have Madhavendra. But it was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who actually propagated it, distributed this love of Godhead. And then his followers, he told, this was his instruction to the 6 Goswamis, they wrote books. They're all residents of Goloka. And then our parampara, right? They're all residents of Golok. And they are giving it to us. That's how we are getting an opportunity. Otherwise, getting liberation, going to Vaikuntha, that's the limit. But going to Goloka, that's only possible through uh, through a gopi or manjari. So here we are reading, he is Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, yet he has accepted the mood of the gopis. How is it? We cannot understand how it's possible. It is the inconceivable character of the Lord which is very difficult to understand. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Krishna's accepting the part of the gopis is certainly contradictory according to any mundane calculations. But the Lord, by his inconceivable character, may act like the gopis and feel separation from Krishna, who is Krishna, although he is Krishna himself. But at the same time, he is genuinely feeling separation from Krishna, so much so he's banging his head against the walls, stone walls in Jagannath Puri, in Gambhira, out of separation from Krishna. How is he able to do that? Because now he is in the mood of the gopi. He's acting like a gopi. He's experiencing the bhava of a gopi, of Srimati Radharani. How can we understand? It's not possible. It's according to mundane calculations, this is not possible. That's why his character is inconceivable. You cannot conceive. So since he is Krishna himself, but in the mood of a gopi, he's feeling separation from Krishna. Such a contradiction can be reconciled only in the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he has energy that is inconceivable, achintya, which can make possible that which is impossible to do. Aghata ghatana patiyasi. So we come across this also in Bhagavad Gita, in Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. It's called Aghatita Ghatana Chaturyam. Remember Sonia Mataji? We read that in Bhagavad Gita. So Aghatita Ghatana Chaturyam means, basically it means achintya, right? To make possible that which is impossible. That's possible only for Krishna. To make possible that which is impossible. Aghatita Ghatana Patiyasi or Aghatita Ghatana Chaturyam. So, which can make possible that which is impossible to do. Such contradictions are very difficult to understand unless a devotee strictly follows the Vaishnava philosophy under the direction of the Goswamis. That's the only way. Oh, that's the only way. Unless you follow, unless you come in the line of the Goswamis. And coming in the line means you're strictly adhering to the philosophy given by the Goswamis. It is not possible for anyone to understand. how Krishna can be crying in separation from Krishna. That means to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is only possible through by strictly following the Vaishnava philosophy, coming the line of the Goswamis. Therefore, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ends every chapter with this verse: Sri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Jara Asa Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishnadas narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. In a song by Narottam Das Thakur, it is stated, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti, Kabe Hama Bujhaba Se Yugala Piriti. The conjugal love between Radha and Krishna, which is called Yugala Piriti, is not understandable by mundane scholars. Artists, they make Krishna art with gopis, mundane scholars, artists, and poets, right? They write songs and poems about the love between Krishna and the gopis. This Yugala Piriti is not understandable by mundane scholars, artists, or poets. It is simply to be understood by devotees who strictly follow in the footsteps of the six Goswamis. Sometimes so called artists and poets try to understand the love affairs of Radha and Krishna, and they publish cheap books of poetry and pictures on the subject. Unfortunately, however, they do not understand the transcendental affairs of Radha and Krishna. Even to the smallest degree, they are simply meddling in a matter in which they are not fit even to enter. So it actually, instead of making some progress and instead of helping anyone else make any progress, they're only ending up committing offenses and ruining their own future, actually. So that's why Srila Prabhupada did not entertain discussing Radha Krishna Leela. Why? Because we are not eligible. That's only for those who are liberated. So, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada said that mundane scholars, they write cheap poetry and cheap uh, art about Radha Krishna. They have not understood even a little bit. They don't have the qualification even to enter what to speak of, describe and highlight and distribute. They don't have. They don't have the authority. The authority comes through the disciplic succession coming from the Goswamis. Though they can understand and then they can give it. So we will end there today. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna. We'll continue tomorrow.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, yesterday I joined, opened at 6:15. I saw no one is there. Then I closed. Then later I saw that you had the class. Yeah, yes.
Yes,
Maybe
6:15. Yesterday I started at 6:15 only, Mataji.
6:15, maybe 6:14 or something like that. I close to 6:15. I was there, and then I saw I am the only one. I said, okay, there is no information on the chat and the group. And then I thought, then I went back to went to the yard and came back and I said, oh my God, there was class today.
Yes, Mataji.
Today also I was thinking that you I saw that the in message on the chat, but I couldn't find the time. Then I was a little bit confused.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry. Actually,
No, no.
because I'm here in India, so for me it's 3:45 in the morning when I have to start.
Yeah,
Sometimes when it's late in the night, then in the morning for me to get ready,
I
sometimes.
thought that maybe it's not possible for you, and there was no message in the chat. So I thought, okay, maybe today Mataji is starting late,
Late. It was
late.
late
Yes.
today. Yeah. a few minutes late. I don't know, maybe like
But
5 or 10 minutes,
it will
5 minutes.
be 6:15 every day, every
Yes,
evening,
Mataji.
right?
You,
Okay.
even if you're alone, you just log in and just
Yes,
stay
yeah,
there.
stay logged in. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.